Okay, so this has been on my to-do list. I'm recording a video for a buddy of mine. It's been on my to-do list for a little bit. I've been kind of pushing off on it because there are a lot of unknowns. I'm running numbers like this for the first time. Um, but I'm just gonna do it. Might be sloppy, but please bear with me. The scenario here is that he has a house, him and his wife have a house, um, that has a ton of equity. And right now it's a cash flowing rental. Um, And again, they have a ton of equity in it. They want to access that equity, pull out in cash via cash out refi, and then use that cash out to essentially um, reinvest it. Now, my suggestion was private money lending just because I like private money lending. It's just, but at the same time, there's also a risk when you're borrowing money to go lend it out. So I just want to break down the numbers, and there's going to be a lot of assumptions here. One, the assumption is going to be that you are getting $200,000 out in equity. So what this will do is this will increase because they have like a really small balance on there, and they're netting a little under like $957. I wish it was $957,000 a month. So $957 a month, which doesn't include war chest, meaning saving for vacancy, repairs and maintenance, and capex. Let me put this in here, and I'm going to change some of this information. Main Street. Oh, I can't. Smart, they locked it, so I can't make changes here. So I do Main Street. All right. So the current specs are, don't need that. I probably need this. All right, so these are the current specs. There's a two, so they're getting 2,500 in rent. 2,500 rent. I actually think that's kind of low. But anyways, 250 to 2,500 rent. The mortgage payment is 1,542, and they have a balance of 136,000. And it's currently estimated at 500,000. So tons of equity just kind of sitting there, not doing a ton. Not doing much. I don't need to keep saying a ton. But anyways, so their goal is to increase their mortgage payment to about 2,500. So it's break even. Well, technically it's not break even, but um, the goal is to at least get the mortgage payment up to 2,500 so that they can pull out $200,000 in cash and then loan it out. So again, tons of assumptions here. Um, which we will go through. So then a mortgage, if they want to pull out $136,000. So I want to push the pause button so I can play around with the numbers and then not waste your time. Screen share. Is that the right pause? Okay, so I kind of played around with the numbers, but I don't have an accurate interest rate. They're obviously not going to pay 10%. Um, so I want to actually start recording it because I got this cool thing. Everyone has this cool thing, ChatGPT. Hey, I'm looking to get a mortgage rate for a high credit, very qualified borrower to do a cash out refi for a rental in Northern Virginia. Can you help me just estimate an interest rate?
Very qualified borrower doing a cash out refi on a rental in Northern Virginia. The current mortgage rates are around 6.6% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Keep in mind, rates can vary based on the lender and specific loan details.
So that's pretty cool. I use that thing on a daily basis. Okay, so PITI mortgage. Oh, but that doesn't include, well, all right, let's find out what the interest rate's going to be. Okay. Can you tell me what the property taxes would be in Virginia? It's a townhouse worth about $500,000. Not
house in Woodbridge, Virginia, valued at around $500,000, the property taxes would be calculated using the tax rate of 92 cents per $100 of assessed value. Here's the calculation. Number one, how much is $500,000 times 92 equals 4,600? So you'd be looking at approximately $4,600 in property taxes per year.
4,600. Can you also give me an estimated amount for homeowners insurance using a landlord policy?
Homeowners insurance with a landlord policy typically costs more than a standard homeowners policy. For a $500,000 townhouse in Woodbridge, Virginia, you can expect number one, standard homeowners insurance typically ranges from $800 to $1,500 annually. Number two, landlord policy, usually 15 to 25% more than a standard policy. So you might be looking at $1,100 to $875 per year. These are rough estimates, so it's a good idea to get quotes from a few insurers for a more precise number.
So hopefully you heard that, but I mean, it's pretty cool. You can uh, estimate. I mean, there's just no excuse not to learn. It's divided by 12. And so right now I'm just taking the insurance amount, estimating that, and then this divided by, I know for the property taxes you can just go straight to the county record and see what the property taxes are, but I don't want to do that on here and have you see the address. So I'm just doing it here. So the PITI is principal plus interest. No, scheduled payment plus some, and then these two. So this is our monthly payment. So we can actually go up. Let's do $350,000. Right. All right, I'm gonna play around with this again. I'll be back. Okay, so one of the things I had to do is on this calculators, I had to remove the percent down because you're technically not taking anything. You're not putting anything down. You're just doing a cash out. You're putting a new loan on a property. And then I'm just trying to see what the bank's going to give my buddy in terms of cash in order to how much money they're going to give in cash. And so because of that, we're not putting a down payment. He already owns it. How much is he going to get? So right now I got him at $315,000. That does not include closing costs. I don't even know how to, you know what? Let me see. What would be the average closing cost to do a cash out refi on a house in Woodbridge, Virginia? That's worth 500,000.
In Woodbridge, Virginia, closing costs for a cash out refinance generally range from 2% to 5% of the new loan amount. Number one, so if your new loan is around $400,000, you could expect to pay between $8,000 and $20,000 in closing costs. It's a good idea to get a detailed estimate from your lender for more precise numbers.
Thank you. So man, the closing costs are just like ridiculous. So we're looking at anywhere between 8 and 20. So we'll just split the difference. 13, 14, no, 28, 14,000. So we're gonna take this amount, and then we're gonna subtract the remaining the balance on the old, and then another 15,000 for closing costs. I said 14,000. Yeah, I said 14. And this is how much money he's gonna get back. Or they're gonna get back, not just him. Okay. So I know that the rent is a little bit lower, but I'm pretty sure renewal season's coming up, so you could bump up rents a little bit. Um, and then at 164,000, if we do a consistent loan amount of 12% and then divide that by monthly. So you are netting. So originally you were netting $957.18, but with the new, okay, so this is the cash out, right? And then this is the interest earned at 12%. Move this stuff. Right, and then it's monthly interest at 12%. So I'm basically just taking this total cash out, saying he's going to, or they're going to deploy all $164,000. They're going to do it at 12% interest, simple interest, mean they're going to get 12% annualized and receive monthly interest only payments throughout the life of the loan. There are going to be no gaps because there's always more deals than money, and we have access to tons of deals. So monthly, they're going to get $1,600 extra, or not extra. They're going to earn based off of that cash. But now their rent, I'm gonna see if they can bump it up to 2,500. Let's just we can't do that. We'll just do it based off of current rent and mortgage, PITI, which is principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, which is this number right here. Do the new number. So rental net minus this. Oops, backwards. Q23. And then total net equals the interest earned plus the rent minus PI. We'll just keep it simple. Monthly interest plus the rental net gives me a net of about 1,600. So variance between current and now is going to be 15 minus that. So it's going to be ahead $637. Now, I'm not saying that, not recommending either way. This is just what this looks like. I mean, in my opinion, I'm a little bit more aggressive, so I would do this just knowing that it is a bit more risky because this $165,000 is tied to a mortgage. So it's not, I mean, worst case scenario, you just sell the property and you still have almost 200,000, let's just say conservatively $150,000 in equity in the property. Not ideal to sell it, but if you had to do it, you could. Because when I do this, I mainly look at the balance sheet. I just make sure my assets way outweigh my liabilities. And we can talk about, I mean, it's more of an accounting thing. If you don't know what a balance sheet is, let me know. I'd be happy to explain it to you. Or explain why you want your assets higher than your liabilities. Um, Even if it's not current asset. It's getting real. Anyways, the bottom line is if they were to do a cash out refi, even at a higher rate than they have right now, they're going to they're going to come out $637 a month higher than they would if they just left the equity in place. Now they still have a ton of equity here. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Let's see if they do a $400,000 loan, which brings up to 80% LTV. So then their cash out number comes to be 250,000. They said 2 to 5 closing costs were 2 to 5% of the loan amount. So let's just do 0.035 as the um, cash out number times that. Man, is my math that bad? So 315. Oh, well, my math was bad. Okay, so then $667. What was it before? 637. Okay, slightly better, not big deal. But if they were to go out and say, all right, I don't care if this is a cash flow negative property, because I know that I'm going to go out and I'm going to lend this money out at 12%, even though I'm borrowing it at 6.6%, then you're actually up a little bit more at $944 a month. Man, I hope this isn't too nerdy, but this is just kind of stuff I like to do. Um, so essentially, like if you can do it safely, again, borrowing money to lend it out is risky, riskier than just using your own cash. But if you are confident that you have a place that you can put your money that's fully guaranteed principal and interest, um, and you know the rate, I don't know. It just seems like and you're always going to have a deal available. So the money's never just going to be sitting there. To me, I would do it. But again, I'm a little bit more aggressive. So, um, yeah, hopefully this was helpful, and not too nerdy. But yeah, thank you for watching.